And this was the idea, what Romanello was thinking earlier. He was thinking that Rasmussen is starting to get out of line. And for Jer Martin right now, this is a big decision. Calling. Oh, calling feels expensive right now.
Yeah, for once though, he's he's ahead here.
He is ahead.
Let's see if he flops something decent. Jolene the dealer gives us 5 queen 10. Not bad for him, but it's better for Rasmussen yet again.
Yeah, Anders just like owning everything, isn't he?
Martin got to be saying, what do I have to do to get a break around
500?
here?
Well, Martin's got a real decision here.
Call 500 too.
This pot is now around $2 grand, and Martin does not have that much more left in his stack. This could be all or nothing for him.
2 players.
Territory
Ross. It's tough days, and the rich are just getting richer.
Come on, the 10.
Another club. This could be good for Jer. Will he finally get some money back from Rasmussen?
Well, if you are Anders right now, you might look at that card and think it's time to slow down a little bit. It's not a great turn card for his hand.
Or go for the kill in case your opponent's holding a high club.
If he does bet here, Ross.
7 bets, 700.
If he does
700 bet.
700.
Yeah.
2 players, 2 and 7.
Jer called, did he? No, he's happy.
Yeah, he has. He has. This is a big pot for Martin. He needs the club. He's got it!
Jer can't believe his luck. Finally, he says. And he'll get paid, possibly. Rasmussen's got to fold if Jer does anything right.
Has he checked it? No, he's bet.
2 bets, 1,200.
Oh, his face slightly moved. A slight smile from Rasmussen.
And this is the first real spot of pickle Rasmussen has been in. It's also the very first time Martin's had something to be really proud about. He's got the nuts.
Martin's going to love taking this down. Anders, of course, has a flush as well, but he knows it's worthless at this stage.
How much? 12?
1,200 total, yes.
You know, he can't beat anything that's betting for value, but he can beat a bluff.
And it's pocket change to him.
A fold.
Fold?
It's a good pass. That's a pretty classy pass, actually.
Yeah. I think he knew immediately he was doing that, but just wanted to have a think about it, make sure.
Yeah.
2 wins.
Wild River.
Stare Jer down.
Yeah, it's Jer Martin is finally standing up and saying hello, isn't he?
Seven raises, 350 total.
Rasmussen's back.
8 folds. 1 fold.
He does have such a "this is my pot"
3 folds.
mentality, and his most likely competitor tonight, his most frequent one, Garrett.
4 calls.
Yeah. And yet again, they're at it again. And Conlon, who's come into the game recently, 3-way.
2, 4, and 7.
Ooh.
Action on 4.
This, because of their relationship, this is the kind of pot that could spiral out of control.
Yeah, Conlon wants out. He wants his last bet back, if he wouldn't mind. And Martin's got his 4 spades. This could go anyway.
Like, up to this point in the tournament, Jer Martin has been calling with these kind of hands.
Raise.
But you know what? He's just, you can see he said to himself, I'm not calling Rasmussen anymore. I'm going to raise him. And the money could all go in. It could all go in.
This could be Jer Martin's last hand in the 2010 Irish Open.
2,350.
I'll tell you what, win or lose, you got to respect Jer Martin's play here. He's got the flush draw.
Rasmussen doesn't know what to do behind those steely eyes.
Race.
It's 1575 to you. I'll pull it in.
He's
for
thinking 5, king, spades.
20,
What do I
4.
do?
Who's got some egg, baby?
I mean, as it turns out, okay, Rasmussen does have the king, but if he didn't,
you bet 5
this raise would have worked by Jer
475
Martin.
back.
They're going to spin this in, and look, he's not in that bad shape.
He can afford this as well.
15.75
No
to
massive
default.
skin off his nose. If Jer's eyes could speak now, they would be saying, "Go away, leave me alone. I want this pot, please." And at least one spade.
Rasmussen is generally, I guess, worried that Jared could have a 5 here. What do you think?
It's a very big bet for a 5. If you had a 5, you'd be looking to get paid off, maybe. That said, if you had a 5, you wouldn't want a guy with spades sticking around, would you?
I wonder if part of this has to do with the fact that this is something that Jared has not done up to this point tonight.
Re-raise.
Yeah, he's going to stick them all in. We're going to have action.
Okay.
This is big.
2.
Jer has to call this.
Of course he does.
King, queen.
And you know what? Look how big this pot is. If he can hit the spade or the ace, Ross, he is so back in this thing.
Aces, maybe.
Where is your heart? Ireland or Denmark?
75.
Okay, don't answer that.
All right, boys, show me.
We have an all-in and a call. Anders Rasmussen has about 11K back, but look at this pot.
He can't believe what Martin has.
I didn't.
He's ahead. He's happy.
He's not that far ahead. 2 tries to hit the spade or the
Is that
ace.
tight enough for you?
Jared Martin stopped breathing around 2 minutes ago, and he's to wait for the flop and turn to come.
There it is! Oh, that hurts. But he's got redraws. A 5 or a king.
This could be painful. Jesse, you called it.
Nice hand.
Jared Martin will win 10,000. He'll be back on his original stack if he wins this.
That's a blank.
Ace high flush.
And Jared Martin has gotten them all back and then some. You hit me once, you hit me twice. I'll get there sooner or later.
They hit him around 20 times.
They did.
But he's back.
They did.
The resurrection on Good Friday. Jesus himself couldn't have written this.
And for Anders Rasmussen, all that good work for naught.
The Danish baking is sizzling on Jared Martin's barbecue this Good Friday.
Well, we had our first all-in, we had our first call, and for Jared Martin, Ross, back to level.
Amazing performance. We thought he was dead and gone. He's there, and Anders Rasmussen is unfortunately on the way down at the moment. Let's see if he can turn that around.
Is it too early to sort of thinking that this feels like
raises,
this
350
feels like best Irish
fold.
Open ever? Is it too early to say that? I mean, it is probably.
No, I think it's just the very right time to say that. Going for about 30 years now,
900.
it's been a pretty
Three,
long,
900.
hard winter for a lot of people.
Fold.
And this springtime
fold.
comes out, and this is the beginning of
6
spring
fold.
with the Irish Open.
7 fold.
And look what we've just
900
woken up with
call.
here.
I think you said it
8 fold.
perfect. This is, you can feel the positive hope in this
800
room. That's what this
call.
tournament was
1
about.
fold.
And it's a big decision for Jared Martin. What do you think?
Oh, the 2 PaddyPowerPoker.com qualifiers,
Yeah.
queens versus 10s. Who's going to fold those for the
Thank you.
flop when the betting ain't that big?
You almost feel for Jared Martin. He just got himself back into this tournament, and
Okay.
now if this flop
Two
comes
players.
raggedy, I'm scared. I'm scared for him.
Check.
2 checks.
Can he get away from these 10s? And is Conlon going to
4
punish
bets,
him?
1100.
It's very difficult to put Conlon on any hand here.
2 calls.
They've both got overpairs.
Two
They
players,
can't know what each
2
other has. Who acts first is going to win this hand.
There's like a full $4 grand in here.
2 checks.
And the only thing Jared Martin's losing to is an overpair. If Conlon goes big, Martin could be going home.
Four bets, 2,000.
And that's the kind of bet. If you're Conlon right now, you want to get called, but you don't want to get raised.
Yeah, a steady hand like a snake dropping off is a huge bet there. Jer wants to have a think here. He wants to have a long, hard think. He's still got an overpair. Why should he put
2
Conlon on a
folds,
higher overpair?
4 wins.
That was a great fold. That was a great fold by Jared Martin. He let
All
him
right.
go.